Alright, in this video I'm going to be washing my car with Optimum No Rinse. What I have is a gallon of water in a bucket, Optimum No Rinse, and a spray bottle with Optimum No Rinse in it. I have a big drying towel and some basic microfiber towels that I will link in the description. I use these for the washing part, and I have some Meguiar's Tire Shine. So pretty much everything you need to do the exterior of the car with. And I have this black microfiber towel that is dedicated just for the wheels, just because they're so dirty and everything like that. So what I do is I pour 2 caps per 1 gallon of water of Optimum No Rinse. If I use 2 gallons of water, I put 4 capfuls in. And for the spray bottle, to spray pre-soak the car, I usually do, there's a specific dilution ratio, but I just put in a half a cap, or just I pour just a random amount in, whatever that I think is useful at the time, but it's always come out pretty good. And what I do is pre-soak all the towels that I'm going to be using in the solution, and that just gets all the soap and the Optimum No Rinse all worked in the towel. So when you go to put them on the car, there's a lot of good lubrication, and the risk of So I'm trying to show the before, the dirt and the dust on the car. It's a little bit hard to see in this light. There's not a lot of dirt on there, but as you can see, there's a bad layer of dust. And you know, this is just a maintenance wash that I do every week. I wash my car in my apartment. I try not to take it to the car wash because those machines are very neglected and will completely ruin your paint. So I try to do a maintenance wash once or twice a week. Keep it looking good, keep it looking fresh, and not scratch the paint. But it's really not that bad. The wheels, they're okay. I mean, these wheels are kind of messed up. I don't know what the hell happened to them. They're all like oxidized looking. I need to polish them or something, but I haven't got around to it. They're just got normal brake dust on there. Nothing too crazy. So let's get to it. So what I'm doing here is I'm pre-soaking the car, so all the dirt and dust that's on there is going to get soaked up by this. The product is meant to encapsulate the dirt. I don't know how much BS is in this, but it kind of makes sense. You're spraying a soapy solution on it. It's supposed to lift the dirt up from the paint, so when you go over it with your towel, it kind of just wipes it off instead of rubbing it into the paint, you know. And so far, I don't see any marring or scratching on my paint, so I grabbed a clean towel that was soaking in the Optimum No Rinse bucket, and I start from the top and try to work my way down. I actually try to do one complete side first and then move on to the next side of the car, and then I try to get the bumpers. That's just my personal way of doing it, just so I'm not walking around the car 30,000 times. I feel like that's a waste of time. But as you can see, it's picking up a lot of dirt, and I moved to a clean side. And what I've found is I can do the whole left side of my car with one towel. I think if you use a towel and fold it into 4 like I did in this video, you can get 8 whole sides. And I know you're supposed to use like one clean side and do it really meticulous, but I don't know, this has been working for me and I haven't really damaged my paint at all, so I'm gonna just do what works. And so keep checking the towel, keep spraying down the sections that you have not done yet that are still dirty, and then go section by section. It's pretty simple. And I really have gotten a lot of good results from this. Now, the back of my car usually tends to be one of the dirtiest places just because all the wind and everything is kind of blowing it all the way towards the back. So the back bumper right in this region, I try to do last. As far as the towel goes, I try to use this section last for the towel because it picks up the most dirt. And I don't want to do this first because I'll be dragging the dirt everywhere. As you can see, it is filthy. So for one towel, I will do one side and end it with the entire backside of my car, and it usually works out pretty well. I usually have 1 or 2 clean sections of the towel left, and this just makes sense to me because it's picking up the most dirt, and I'm not gonna be using the towel after this on the car. So once I'm done, I just lay it on my little bucket there to wait for later till I clean it, and I get a new towel. Squeeze it out so it's not soaking wet all over my car, and start again on the other side. So before I start on the other side completely, I wanted to do a 50-50 shot of how good this stuff really works. So as you can see on the right side, it is not done yet. There's a complete layer of dirt, dust, and grime or whatever I picked up driving around through the week. So as you can see, it does its job. Starting on the other side of the car, I wanted to move the camera angle, and looking at it after the recording has been done, it wasn't the best choice. The lighting kind of sucks, so I'm not going to bore you with all that. But it's the same technique. Spray the car down. I like to do the whole entire right side, all the windows and everything, and then move on to the front bumper with the last part of the towel. That seems to be working the best for me. So after the car is all done and washed, I need to dry it. So I have this big towel I actually got from a 3D products retail store out here in Santa Clarita. But any drying towel will do. You can get these at Walmart or online or AutoZone. It just needs to be a towel that's designed for drying, or just a plush towel. So actually doing this recording, I dried my car and it had a lot of water spots, which, you know, trying to record a video, check on the video, see if I'm still doing it right, see if my battery hasn't died. The water kind of dried on the car, so that's no biggie. If that happens, I use the little bit of the solution, the ONR solution, just to give it a little bit of extra lubrication. So when you're drying, if you do have water spots, they're just gonna kind of stick to the windows and the paint. But using the spray and drying it up really works well. There's no streaks, nothing left on the paint, looks good as new. And the end result, the windows are squeaky clean. Actually, there's a little smudge right there. I must have missed it, but that window looks pretty clean. And I'm really happy with the car. Onto the wheels. What I do is sometimes I use a soapy solution. If I'm in a hurry like I am today, I just use the Optimum No Rinse in the spray bottle, spray down the wheel, and this works really good. There's wheel cleaners you can get and all that crazy stuff, but ONR has so many different uses. You can use it on the wheels, you could use it on the windows, you could use it on the interior, vinyl, plastics, whatever. I mean, you could use this thing on everything, or you can use this stuff on everything. So I have my black towel dedicated for the wheels, just because if you use any other color towel, you're gonna get it really dirty. It's gonna be black and then it's just gonna be ruined. So I like to have a dedicated towel for the wheels and the tires. So this makes it a lot simpler, and this works really well. So the total time this took to do the exterior of the car and the wheels was no longer than 30 minutes. This stuff, it's really quick. So you want to use a free and clear detergent for washing your microfiber towels. This will make them last a lot longer. And the wash settings, I use warm and low just because there's a few towels in there. To dry, I do not use any heat. I just air fluff it and then hang dry them.